Hey boys and girls, today I decided that I am going to talk about some paranormal experiences in my life. With Halloween coming around the corner, I've been kind of like binge watching scary movies and paranormal experiences on YouTube, and I've had some really creepy experiences and I want to share them with you guys. Okay, so this first experience happened in 2008, so I was 13 years old. So around this time, I was just becoming familiar with Ouija boards. I was watching a haunting and I thought, what is this Ouija board that people speak of? And my mom was like, oh, you can talk to the dead or demons. And I was like, I'm in. I thought it was the coolest shit ever. I was like, can you buy one of these boards? Can you make one? And Mom's like, oh, you can make one. And so I looked it up on the internet how to make one. Thanks, Mom. It was really simple to make, and I started talking to ghosts. And I thought it was really, really cool. And me and my best friend at the time, we were having a sleepover, and I was like, oh my god, like, I just discovered what a Ouija board was. And she was like, what is it? And so I told her, and she was like, oh my god, like, let's talk to ghosts. That sounds like so much fun, right? So we were talking to this ghost, and we were in my sister's room. We were talking to him, and his name was Edward. He said he died in my house. He said he hung himself in my basement, which who knows, honestly. Oh, we were like, oh, we really want to see you. And he was like, look in the reflection of the window, you can see me. Because it was nighttime, so things were reflecting in the window like they do at night. We were looking, and I was like, I don't really see you. And I was like, if we took a picture, would you show us yourself? And he was like, at first he was like, I don't really want you to see me, I'm so ugly. And I was like, I don't think that's true, I'm sure you're not ugly. We just really want to see you to see if you're real. And he said, okay. And I can't believe I found the picture, honestly. I emailed it to my friend when I took it, I guess, and because email was like the only way to send pictures back then, so I emailed her the picture and I found it. I'm gonna insert right here the picture. So we were just taking a selfie with peace signs, and in the back, in the corner of the window, we saw a ghost. And I couldn't really put a face to it at first. It just kind of looked like a cloudy kind of picture, like a man wearing really weird clothes. The more I looked at it and the more I looked at it, it looked like a man with his mouth open and you could see teeth. Now that I think about it, that's really creepy. But at the time we were like, oh my god, thank you. Like, we weren't obviously gonna say like, you're fucking weird looking. We were like, thank you, that was so nice. We were kind of like spooked after that. The next day, it came time to taking showers, and we were like so afraid to take showers. And my friend said that in the shower, she felt like someone was tapping on like the faucet, and she swore it was Edward, and I didn't believe her. And then the same exact thing happened when I was in the shower, and I was like, Edward, is that you? And nothing else happened after that. We just kind of heard like a, but like on metal, and it was really scary. And that was the last time that we talked to Edward. And after that, like years after that, we always kid around and we said, oh, I wonder if Edward's still here, like I wonder if he's still in the house with us. But we never talked to Edward again or got really any signs of Edward being there. My sister is also really into like haunted houses and stuff like that and ghosts, and she always, like, I thought she was making up stories, but she always said that she felt like there was a presence of a ghost in her room. She said that she would wake up with scratches on her legs, and I always thought she was kidding, and who knows if she was actually telling the truth or not, but I always thought that she was kidding, that she was actually putting the scratches on herself. And yeah, that was my first story of the first time we ever used a Ouija board and the first ghost that we ever saw. So this next story happened a couple years later. So I had this friend, I'm gonna call him Guy. So one day me and my sister walked him and his little brother home. So his house was like right next to an abandoned church. And the history behind this church was, and I remember there used to be construction people working on this house, and then one day they just stopped showing up. And so I asked him, I was like, since you live next door, do you know why these construction people stopped working on this house? He said, yeah, this house is like really haunted. And I was like, oh. And he said that whatever was in that house terrorized the construction workers to the point where they didn't want to be in the house anymore. And I wasn't sure what to believe. I was very knowledgeable of ghosts, and I believe that ghosts are real, but I didn't know what to believe. So we decided to come up with a great plan scheme of playing the Ouija board on the back porch of this abandoned church. We did this a few times before the neighbors said they were going to call the cops on us. But what happened was we were talking to the ghosts in the house. And again, we were like, show us that you're here, give us a sign that you're here. And the ghost said, look inside the house, you'll see me. So we looked inside the house and of course didn't see anything because ghosts, I guess, only show up in reflections and photography, yada yada. Unless they really want you to see them, which these ghosts apparently didn't, because perhaps they were demons. Anyways, I tried taking pictures of like inside the house, but it was really too dark to really capture anything. I took pictures of inside the house and outside the house, and I'll remember the day for the rest of my life when it happened and what I saw. So I was standing like so I could see the entire outside of the house. I took a picture, and in the very top window, I saw a very tall, dark figure. It looked like a person, yeah. It looked like somebody with their arms together. Very tall, like 7 feet, looking down at us. And I searched for this picture already, and I can't find it anywhere. If I can find it, I'll put it right here. I saw it immediately when I took the picture. Like, I took the picture, I looked, and then when I looked up, there was nothing there. So I was like, oh my god, like, there's actually a fucking ghost in the house. That was really the only encounter that I ever experienced with the ghost in this house. Like, they never tried attacking us or haunting us after that or telling us to go away. Nothing like that happened. But, yeah, that was the story of the time that I saw the ghost in the house, and I know that wasn't scary. You guys might find these stories really stupid and boring, actually, but you know what? They scared me a lot when I was young, so hopefully they'll scare some of you. Like, I'm such a chicken that even seeing pictures of ghosts scares me. If I ever woke up and had a demon, like, breathing on my face, I don't know what I would do. My heart would probably stop. That's probably what would happen. I'd probably just die right there. So this next story, again, is a little bit scary, and it was nothing that is gonna make you shit your pants. So again, we were talking about the Ouija board, and I know I'm a really bad kid. I know now that I will never touch a fucking Ouija board ever again, but when I was young and stupid, I thought Ouija boards were the coolest fucking things ever. So my neighbor at the time, he was a little brat, and one day he had friends over and he was like, yo, bring over the Ouija board, like, we want to talk to the ghost. So I was like, hey, whatever. So we went to his house and we played the Ouija board and everything. And this little shit, every time we talked to the ghost, he was like, show us that you're here. He was the one trying to get the ghost to show us at the church. So we're talking to the ghost, everything's fine, and he was like, if you're here, I dare you to slap Gabe in the face. Our friend Gabe. We asked the ghost, did you slap Gabe? He said, yeah, look. And I kid you not, right across his face were 3 scratches. Like, it was red. Like, red. Like, it looked like someone went, like, really hard. Not to the point where he's bleeding or really scratched, but it was just a, like, red handprint. Like, someone either slapped his face really hard or scratched his face really hard. Kind of the same effect, it was just really red and looked like it hurt. I was like, Gabe, did that hurt? He said, no, I didn't feel anything. And then my neighbor was like, I dare you to now scratch my leg. And then again, 3 scratch marks were on his leg. I don't know why there was 3, but there were 3 scratch marks on his leg. And I was like, you know what, fuck this, I had enough. I don't want you guys to summon the demon onto me next, so I'm out. And that was the end of that one, because it was just a little bit too real for the demon to actually physically be able to leave a red scratch mark on my friend's face. I was like kind of scared, and I was afraid that it was going to happen to me next. I even took a picture of it at the time, but again, I can't find that picture, so we're just gonna move on. Okay, so this next one again is not very scary, but it was kind of scary to me and kind of cool. So people say that when people are really close to dying, they kind of visit their family members to say the last goodbyes. I've read stories about this, heard things about it, etc. So about 3 years ago, my great-grandma was on her deathbed, really close to dying. She was really, really ill, and my baby cousin at the time was about 2, enough to have a relationship with people and be able to talk. And one day she woke up from her nap, and I was talking to her, and I saw her smiling and pointing behind me, and I was like, Alexa, what do you see? And she said, Gigi. We call her great grandma Gigi. She said, Gigi, I see Gigi. And I looked behind me and there's nothing there. Yeah, when that happened to me, my face probably turned white, because that was so scary that my cousin could see my great grandma's ghost and she wasn't even there. It was kind of scary. And I'm happy that it was my Gigi, because I know she's a kind spirit, but if it was like a demon or something, like her just smiling and waving to fucking nothing, oh, I see a creepy old man, I'd be a little creeped out. But since it was Gigi, it was just kind of like, what the fuck? And it was kind of scary, because I thought after that my Gigi would no longer be here on Earth, but she recovered and she's great now, so yeah. So those are my paranormal experiences. If you've ever experienced anything like this, or want to share something that'll make me crap my pants, leave it down below. I was inspired by so many videos here on YouTube, and I will leave them all linked down below so you can go check out those, and I'll put them in order of most scary to least scary, so you can kind of scare the shit out of yourself, or say, oh, I don't want to scare the shit out of myself, I'm gonna go to the least scary one. So yeah, sorry my experiences weren't as scary as y'all probably were hoping they would be, but they were pretty damn scary to me at the time, so. And even though I'm intrigued by like ghosts and everything, I will not go into a dark bathroom, hell no. I will not sleep in the dark. I will not go into a woods that's dark. Yeah. So yeah, that's all I really have to say, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure you give it a thumbs up if you did, and I can't wait to post another video. If you like storytime videos, make sure you comment below and let me know what storytime you would like to hear next, because I'm full of stories. Alright guys, I'm tired of talking, and frankly kind of tired of having the sun bask on my chest. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out!